Okay, there we go. Thank you, sir. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, today. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
You all set?
Yeah, good shape.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just about to have them go.
Okay, good. No, we're up and running.
Beauty. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for prepping me up here. Thanks. Perfect. Hello. Check 1 2. Check check. Sound check. Sound check. Utica Curling Club sound check. Sound check. Check check 1 2. Here we go. Good morning, folks from Utica Curling Club. I'm Dave Cragnolan. Today we are going to have live here from the Curling Club our 2023 Mixed Championship. Hope you sit back and enjoy the game with me. Look forward to bringing you the call. Curlers and all the events are marching out into the ice now.
Do you know what sheet Michelle's on?
Right here.
4.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Utica Curling Club. Dave Craignolan, ice side here for our mixed champion finals, and very excited about the game here today. There's been some great curling all weekend, some what I would call minor upsets along the way. It's always great in a club to have that kind of, there's some great teams that played this weekend and some teams that probably were a little bit lesser, or looked like lesser on paper, that gave some of the better players in the club all they wanted. It was fun to watch all weekend. I actually participated with my friend Mitch Rabinovich and Karen Barnes and Cameron Hance and Julie Carter, and I enjoyed curling with them. They put up with me all weekend, folks. We just had a really good game against Team Rowlett. Came up on the wrong end, so I'm able to give you the call of the final today. Ceremonial shot of Drambuie or ginger ale, whichever floats your boat. Customary in curling tournaments. And chat room is open. I'm not going to be donning the chat room. However, if you want to let me know how the stream looks and the video and the audio, that would be helpful. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy the game today. Tim Hansen with the co-chair of the event here, offering the ice to the curlers, and we're getting ready to go here. Our A final is between Team Jason Golubski as the skip, Audrey Foote as the vice, Eric Crumma second, and Melissa Foote as the lead. They will be playing the team of Conrad Law skipping. Nyoka Law is the third, Tim Crofton is the second, and Natalie I Love Winning Bonspiel Shelton is the lead. Ice played great all weekend. Long hours of our ice crew. They put in long yeoman's hours here trying to make sure that we play on relatively professional ice, and hats off to the ice crew. Hats off to our volunteer bar staff that's done a great job all weekend as well. And I always give a shout out to our wonderful chef, Anthony Amodio and Tammy. They do a fabulous job putting good food on the table for us. So shout out to them. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the feedback. We're not going to have the scoreboard up, folks, but I will, as these games progress this morning, I will keep you abreast of the other finals that are going on. Our B, C, and D finals will also be, we'll keep you up to date on those. We're not going to switch over and watch any of those games. However, we will let you know the scores. Looks like Team Law won the toss. And the Red Rocks are going to be thrown by Team Golubski here today. And Team Law will throw the Yellow Rocks. We are underway. Nice center guard right away here from Melissa. Conrad will ask Natalie to go right into the park here, try to get a read on how fast the ice is. Certainly been fast all weekend. And it's fast now, right out of the get-go. Nice corner guard there from Natalie for the opener. Jason also will try to get a read of the ice here by going right to the 4-foot circle. It's always good to try and establish draw weight here as far as the time's concerned early in the game. As you do know, in a curling game, that tends to change during the course of the game. It doesn't always stay a certain speed with draw weight. So Skips, with some keen thinking, will try and get established draw, and this is a perfect shot to do that with. Going to go right to the 4-foot circle, I believe. Very nicely thrown. Natalie will try and freeze down to this rock now. A little toasty, I believe. Yeah, that's a little hot. So the ice looks really quick right out of the get-go here. That one's going to sail through, unfortunately. Do it again, Cam, okay? Yep. Thank you much. It was a joy to curl with you. Thanks, bud. I'm not. Yes, I can. Eric Crum is first stone of the day. If it's by, it's going to be a beauty. It's definitely by. And again, this might sail a little on him. I don't think he wants to be behind the tee line here. It's actually going to cover the button. Looks like, no, a little bit. So there's a little break for Conrad Law a little early in the game. That draw just a little bit too heavy. He'll try and direct Tim Crofton to sit right on top of that rock, right on the button. Doesn't want to get himself into too much trouble here early in the game. Tim Crofton with his first stone of the day. And it's a little wide and a little hot. That's unfortunate. Natalie's trying to give it a coax over, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And that's unfortunate too. So things compiling kind of early here for Team Law. Jason without hammer here will try and cover these rocks up. Nothing wrong if it comes into the top of the 4-foot either. Team Law had a stunning finish last night in the A semi game where they were kind of behind the 8-ball and wound up pulling it out. And this is a little heavy, but this is a good rock. No, right where Jason wanted it. Didn't want it to touch the rings. I'm not so sure, and it did touch the rings. I'm not so sure that I wouldn't have wanted that another foot further, but it's all good. Now Conrad's got to play clean up here and try and get the front end open up to give himself a chance at looking at those rocks on the 4-foot. Well played on thus far by Team Golubski. Little down weight peel job here from Tim. He's definitely going to move some granite around. Well played on thus far by Team Golubski. And he chipped the top one out of the way. So not bad. Not a bad outcome. Jason will go right back to throwing another. He's going to come half around. So he's getting plain aggressive here. And given the options, which a good skip will do. So if not here, maybe here's a good one. It's always nice to have a skip say, especially these are all pretty experienced curlers. So they kind of get the idea of what, if plan A doesn't work, where would plan B work? It's a nuance of the game of curling that takes a while to understand. Not every shot is certainly made. So it's being able to do things with shots that aren't made that are one of the beautiful nuances at the level that we play. Going hard for line here. A little bump on the red one's not a bad shot either. open it up, though. It actually not opened it up. That's unfortunate there. Now the draw path is open. The way it's been curling, though, is a real tricky shot to try and draw down to these. You need to have a little bit of weight to keep the rock from over curling here. So, and that's exactly what Conrad's going to ask Nyoka to do with her first rock of the day. Make some contact with some red, and a little damage control here from Conrad early in the day. They're going hard for line. I don't know that she's by the, it looks like she's by the top yellow one, so good things are going to happen here. They chip that one out of the way, and that's a pretty good outcome. And they kept a rock on the rings too, so. Still 1 and 2. Team Golubski is sitting 1 and 2. We're going to give this rock on the 4-foot a little shelter. If the weight's right here, this rock will curl. I just played this sheet about 2 hours ago, and it will curl with the right weight, and here it comes. Very nicely thrown. Trying to close the gap up here now. And not quite. Tough shot, though. You got to be real firm to come through this hole. As it will curl. I think it's what he has to do here. Coming with this turn here, coming with Nyoka's in turn. Not sure if he's trying to throw a raise on the yellow one or he was coming through the port. And it looks like he was throwing a raise. And it looks like she's got it. I think she's all over it. Boom, boom. Very nice. Good shot there from Nye. Got to be happy with that. The damage control is underway here. Conrad is sitting 2 and 3. And Jason Golubski still has a rock on the 4-foot that's somewhat open. He will try and cover that hole up. Anywhere touching the center line will work. And Jason find a little debris on the ice here. Sometimes the grippers that we wear on our feet start to break down and can make for very interesting curling shots if they happen to get under a stone. You wouldn't think that a 40-pound piece of granite would go sideways when it hits a tiny pebble of a rubber gripper, but trust me, it does. Guard up time here for Jason Golubski. His first stone. Team Law has hammer. A little bit of a loaded gun with the 2 yellows here on the right looking down the sheet, but that old saying, you can't take everything away. You want to take the easiest shot away from your opponent. It looks like he's got a pretty good guard here. Nicely thrown. Might come right on the rings for second rock too. Nope. Very nicely thrown there from Jason Golubski. Conrad might take a shot with this yellow raise here. If he hits this right, he can sit 2. And in the process of trying this double yellow raise, he can open it up for him and force Jason Golubski. Not a lot of blood here with this shot, so high risk, not a high risk shot. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. I don't know that he can get to the. I guess maybe that red guard is high enough where he can get to the face, the nose of this red rock that Jason just threw, and double him out and set two. That would be the goal with this attempt. Tough shot. Conrad Law. First stone of the day, perennially one of the best skips in the club. And it doesn't look like he's by the guard. Didn't quite make it by. Came up hard on him. Now, if you're Jason, there's not a real high where you could tap the rock on the outside up behind cover and sit two. Can tap the one up in the middle. He's only got to move it about 1.5 feet to be sit 1 and 2 covered up. So a little option. He has a couple of different options here. It's basically just a draw weight shot. The fact that he doesn't have to move it very far. Hammerstone yet to come for Conrad Law. Last stone of the end for skip Jason Golubski for Team All Panic No Handle. Doesn't have to move it far, but he's certainly not heavy. It's coming over now. It's going to work out fine. And in fact, it got him to sit 1 and 2. So a good shot there from Jason. And there's not much on the left side of the sheet looking down for Conrad. Unless he can pick that shot. I don't think it's possible. He's going to try a run back with one of Jason's stones here. Yeah, he took it away. This is certainly a shot to cut him to 1. Getting to the button is tough here. I'm not sure he can get to the button, but if he draws full 8 foot, he cuts Golubski down to 1, which under the circumstance at the end wouldn't be a bad outcome. Yeah, as he just said to his front end, cut him to 1. Not a bad thing. This will curl if the weight is right. Last stone, Hammerstone of the first end. Team Golubski sitting 2. Conrad just a little damage control shot here. I'd like to draw the 8 foot circle. If it's got legs, it looks pretty good. I don't know that it's got legs. And it's actually over curling, unfortunately, there. So it's going to be a steal of 2 in the first end for Team Golubski. Looking for a corner guard here. I'm sorry, center guard, pardon me. No hammer, center guard. Close to the rings as you can get it is always a good thing. And this one might slide onto the paint, and in fact it does. So pretty sure Conrad will take that out. There certainly would be a time when you wouldn't take that out. If you were behind by several points late in the game, you would ignore that and still set your corner guards up. Nicely thrown there from Natalie. And now we'll start the takeout game in this end. Very nicely thrown from Melissa. I think that'll stay on the rings. Maybe not. Man, looks like a little biter over there. And Conrad will use that as a shelter for a little corner draw here. A little heavy here this time, I think, from Natalie. I think it's on the rings, but it's going to be exposed. Pretty much T-line draw. Nicely thrown. Just didn't quite come over the way he would like to have had it come over. Pretty sure Eric will be taking this out. Coming up hard on him. A little panic in the voice of Jason Golubski. He still got it. Well swept. Split park here now for Golubski. Shaping up like a force. Jason would like Conrad to get, with this kind of a park, would like to give him one and get the hammer back. Wow, that baby took off. Jason would like to hit and stick here. Again, if you can get two rocks without hammer here on there, forcing the opponent to take one with a little bit of pressure. A little light here for Eric. It's really coming up hard on him. Again, very well swept. Good recognition that that rock was inside a little bit, and Melissa and Audrey brought it right to where it had to go. I always find these ends that where you start hitting tit for tat with, take out and stick and take out and stick become very nerve-wracking for the players. These folks are tuned up after a weekend of curling. Very nice shot there from Tim Crofton. Ideally, Conrad would like to get this shooter, or the red shooter here, close to the other one so he has a chance at a double. And splitting the house is certainly on Jason's mind. Keeping these two red rocks as far after the takeout. Keep these two red rocks as far apart from each other as possible. Coming over to just a nice hack weight takeout here. You will get some curl if you can find that finesse takeout like that. You will get some. You will get some curl. The more weight you throw, it's an obvious thing that the less curl you're going to have. Nicely thrown there from Audrey. I suppose a perfect shot here for Conrad would be a little hit and slide almost underneath that red rock that's just a biter over here on the left. Oh boy, this is coming up real hard. Still think she's making contact. Maybe not. Oh boy, it just slid by it. That's unfortunate. And Jason will split the house again, I believe. Mission accomplished. It's not through. Golubski sitting 1, 2, and 3 rocks on the park. Everything behind the tee line. Now Conrad can go ahead and play a little freeze on shot rock over here, and it'll still put him back in line for 2. They're leaning hard on the rock here. I think it's here. Don't want to bounce if we can help it. It's going to bounce. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Now it's more in the open. A little too much weight there. They were pounding it like it was light, but had to curl up a little bit more. Jason will want to just make this rock go away. He's sitting 3 after the yellow rock. The shooter going away is fine too. I don't think you want to leave the shooter there for something for him to draw to. Harder to make a draw to the back of the rings. More real estate to cover. Takeout attempt here from Jason Golubski. Looks like he's all over it. I think ideally you'd like the shooter to go away, which it's going to do. Yep. Conrad's got 2 chances to freeze here. Conrad trying to get himself back into playing for a deuce here if he freezes to one of these rocks. He'll certainly be shot rock if he freezes to the one that he's trying to freeze to. Front end thought he was heavy with his draw, but they're working it now. It's going to be shot rock. Pretty nice shot. Certainly from my vantage point, looks like shot rock, and it is. Jason still wants to take 2 out of the equation, so he's got to get rid of this, make this yellow rock go away. And then Conrad should have a wide open park to draw for his 1. They're working it hard. They obviously think he's narrow. Oh, that was really well swept. Oh, my goodness. And it's going to punch it out between the 2. And they're going to sit 4. So Conrad has an open draw to the 8-foot circle against 4 for his 1 here in the second end. And I've noticed over the years, there's always a get in trouble with a curling game when you say, all we have to do is. Any phrase in curling that says all we have to do is usually means that there's an element of danger involved. You have to just forget when you're throwing this rock as a skip, you forget that there's any rocks touching the rings at all, and just throw draw away, leave it out to the sweepers, and let him bring it right where it needs to go. Just an 8-foot draw here for Conrad to get his 1. Another end or so. I'll give you folks an update on the other finals that are going on, our B, C, and D finals. Very nicely thrown from Conrad. Very nice for his 1. So after 2, it's Golubski 2 and Conrad Law 1. So in our Cobb tournament coming up in February, whoever wins this will be Utica 1, and the runner-up will be Utica 2. And the other events also will be represented. We pick one out of the hat too, folks. So there's a chance of playing even if you don't qualify, which is kind of a neat thing in curling tournaments, in-house tournaments. On to our third end here. Consistently fast ice. And that's going to slide onto the rings. Jason doesn't want that rock around, so nicely thrown there from Melissa. And we're back to the takeout game again here in this end. Good looking shot here from Natalie. Mission accomplished. Whoops. A little bobble there in Melissa's delivery, but looks like she made up for it. Nice recovery. It looks like she had a little slip, a little kerfuffle coming out of there, and her balance, she got her balance back and threw a great rock. Nicely thrown. These takeout games kind of, I guess from a focal perspective, lose a little bit of charm because there's not a lot of rocks in play. But nonetheless, that's the game of curling. Sometimes there's tons of rocks in play, depending on the ebb shapes up, and sometimes not. And this is just going to be one of those that isn't. Oh my goodness, this rock came up. I don't think he's going to touch it. Wow. Now there's first miscue of the end. No hammer. Conrad will try and cover this up. Looks like this might over curl. And it is. Got to get it on the rings and be 1 and 2 now. A little split here wouldn't be horrible. And that's okay. Certainly a double there. I think Jason will take an attempt at the double. If they were static, meaning, alongside of each other, it'd be a harder double. He's just got to hit a third of a rock here and they'll both go away. Thinking he's narrow, he got right on it. And they dragged it right out. Looks like he's got, oh no. It might slide right through. No, we got them both. Nicely thrown. It looked like it flattened out there a little bit, like it stopped curling on him. Worked out in his favor. Nice shot there from Eric Grumma. Sometimes the best laid strategy in curling doesn't quite go how you think it is, and you wind up playing for a blank end. Nice shot from Naoka. I have only seen a handful of curlers in 25 years that can throw that kind of a delivery where her body's going one way and the stone is going another way. And she's got great hands and a real finesse for the game, so she's able to make those shots. Most of us, if we threw that way, the stone is going bye-bye. Shaping up like a blank end right here. I think both skips are thinking that that's certainly how we're shaping up here. Might not stick around. Nope, I think both shots are going to go away. Conrad would like to have kept that rock on the rings. But a nice fresh park here. Down to last third rock here for Golubski. Go way out to the wings, make a little tougher takeout. Still try to put himself back in line for two. Good looking shot here. It's going to make the rings and stick. Right to the tee line, a little bit, right to the tee line. Very nice. Nicely thrown. Too early in the game to start freezing. You just got to relinquish that it's probably going to be an end burner if you're Conrad. At the completion of this third end, I will give you an update of our other finals that are taking place here in the Utica Curling Club today. Everybody trying to qualify for our Cobb tournament in February, which is a blast. As far as I'm concerned, it's the most fun tournament that we host here. There's always a theme involved, which is really fun. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. It came up on him, got a little bit inside, and it curled away. So Golubski will be back in line here for his deuce to split the house, I would think. Yep. Crucial miss there for Conrad. He's trying to keep it clean, and certainly a blank would have been a better opportunity than letting Jason have a deuce here. But he's got to earn it. He's got to get a rock on the rings here. With hammer, Jason Golubski, his first stone in the third end. Just got to hit paint here if you're Jason. Nothing fancy, just on the 12-foot circle somewhere. My goodness, they jumped it like he was light. I don't think he's light. This might be through. Conrad's sure going to give it a go. And it just stuck around in the back 12. So mission accomplished there if you're Jason Golubski. Like there's something in like debris of some sort on the, oh, there's a big scratch on the ice. Somebody's slider or something chewed right into the ice. Now Conrad has to hold Golubski to 2 here. He's got a hit and stick. Certainly if you can hit and roll over on top of the other one in the line of the other red rock would be the ideal shot here. But main thing is make this go away and try to hold Golubski to just a deuce. Last stone for Conrad here in the third end. A little bit of trouble brewing for Team Law. Certainly all over this one. And it's not going to get all the way over, but a good shot. Oh, if Jason can hit and stick, he gets his deuce. Looking at how the end was played, I'm pretty sure that Conrad's first stone was the only miss of the end. It's funny how it can, sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes you get away with misses and it doesn't affect you. Sometimes one miss in an end can turn an end around. It's just leave that open. Conrad could hope for Jason Golubski to remove this, to miss it completely, but to roll out if in fact he does and gives him one again. Would be a win-win for Conrad at this point in the end. And nicely thrown from Jason. Looks like he's all over it. Very nice. Maybe. May roll out. Nobody there sweeping, but missed opportunity there. So a deuce for Jason Golubski in the third end to take a 4-1 lead after 3. Let's take a look and see what's going around in the rest of the B event final, which is happening on sheet 2. Team of Joyce Schaefer and the team of Chuck Del Monte, who's actually, I believe, under the weather, and Dave Palazzoli is playing in his place. Team Palazzoli has a 4-0 lead. They are playing the third end. In our C event final, that would be Team Morehouse and Team Rowlett. They are also in the third end. They're in the third end. It looks like it's 3-0 for Team Rowlett at this point. Folks are in the way of the scoreboard a little bit there. I'll come back to that if I'm not right. Thanks. It's been verified that it's 3-0 for Team Rowlett playing the third end. In our D event final, Team Kessler is playing against Team Knapp. And I'm not sure who's throwing what rocks here. It looks like Team Knapp has a 2-0 lead over Team Kessler. They are also in the third end. So 4-1, back to our A final here. Fourth end, coming towards the glass here in the Utica Curling Club, as every even end does. Golubski put one on the top of the forefoot. And Natalie Shelton will get rid of it. Roll away is good here. Try to get that one as far out there as well, maybe. Yeah, okay. It's a good shot. Good outcome. Jason will not leave that rock in play, being that he has no hammer. Andy's ahead. My voice is getting a little gruff, folks. I was screaming like a maniac in our first draw this morning, so I apologize if my voice gets a little hoarse. I was throwing lead rocks and playing skip, so it was a little bit of an animated game. It was a great game we had against Team Rowlett. Nice shot. These folks do not miss a lot of takeouts. Conrad will change up here a little bit and try to freeze. You know, this is also an option where getting corners up is okay. You're down 3, got the hammer. If you don't make a perfect freeze here, they bang it. If you got guards up, you got a shot, right? And you got to make the freeze if you attempt it. If you don't, this is what happens. Now Conrad will once again split the house, I believe. A little early to start freezing, personally. Got to set your corner guards up with the hammer here, down a couple. Get your deuce, get right back in the game. And certainly the freeze is the hardest shot in the game. So Eric will attempt to split the house here. Save the sweepers on that one. Don't know if it's through or not. I don't think it's through. Nope, very nicely thrown. Perfect. Tim Crofton will attempt to freeze here. And Jason will get rid of this yellow rock. And once again, the end is shaping up like Conrad to take his one, and Jason Golubski would be thrilled for that outcome. Nice shot. Okay, takeout is made. Now we'll just take that out. Takeout attempt here from Audrey Foote. Hoping for a mistake here if you're Conrad. This rock looks wide. I'm not sure this one's coming back. I don't believe this one's coming back. So the first break here, Conrad's going to get a break. And it doesn't wind up shot rock. So Conrad's one. Freeze attempt here coming from Nyoka Law. With that one miss, Conrad's back in business to get a deuce if he can freeze to this rock on the right side of the sheet here. Oh, mercy, it looks like it could be hot. It's coming over, though. It's coming over. It's a good shot. Boy, halfway down the ice, that shot fooled me, folks. I thought that shot was back rings easy and hit the slide path and just checked up nicely. So, again, the deuce is still in play here for Team Law. This is also coming up hard. I think she's got a piece. Might direct it right into the red one. There's a big break for Conrad right there. That's the break he's been looking for. I'm not sure I want this rock that close to the yellow shot rock. I think I'd like it to be third rock, but up a little bit higher into the 8-foot. Make the double a little more precarious for Jason Golubski. So 2 missed shots have changed the complexion of this end for Conrad Law. This is going to be right on the button, I believe. Pretty much right on the top of the button. Definitely a double there. Yep, third of a rock double. I don't know that he might be able to get all 3 of them. It's possible. I think there's a triple there. It looks like this one behind the tee line to the right could jam. Conrad's got to be feeling better about this end, however. He's got the hammer here. Curled with him a long time. He never seems to change expression. He's not very animated, like some people we know. Frank Zappa had a great quote, one of his millions of great quotes along the way. You are what you is. And this one he set outside. Oh my goodness. This is not going to hit anything. Wow. I don't think it's going to hit anything. He's going to take himself out. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was definitely not what he had in mind here. We got to... Wow. First skip stone for Conrad. Now he's got things to think about here. Try not to leave him a double. Sometimes there's a point in time when you get too many rocks on the rings and you can't. Sometimes guarding is okay here. I want to be on the rings if I'm him. I'm just not sure where to put it just now. You don't want to leave it too high where he can hit and come underneath you. I think giving the one in the center a guard is probably okay. It looks like that's what he's throwing. You can't protect them all with one stone. And you leave this red one in the back for your last shot if Jason misses, because that's the sitting duck for a pile. I knew this game wasn't going to disappoint us, folks, as far as I knew there was going to be some excitement in this curling game before this game ended. So, and here it is, right here in the fourth end. Conrad Law with a big opportunity to put up a crooked number on the board. See what he has in mind here. I'm thinking he's covering up this shot rock on the top of the button. Line looks good. If it's over. If it's over, they got to come off it. If it's over, they got to come off it. Big old high guard. Not even in play. Not even a factor. So Jason has a pretty direct line right to shot rock. The thing is, where do you want to leave your shooter? I think you want to hit that rock and just slide ever so slightly. Okay, he's not going after that. If you can get to just off the nose of shot rock and flop a little bit to the right, then the guard that Conrad just threw comes into play. Yep, I think that's a... Last stone, fourth end here for Jason Golubski. He needs to make something happen here. Conrad's going to get a... Oh, he set it out again. I think by virtue of being down weight, it has a chance, but it's got a lot of curling to do. Here it comes now, though. Here it comes now. It's coming over. It's not going to bury. Oh, my goodness. It looked like it was trying to goof around with a handle. Oh, but it got behind the guard. So it didn't wind up in a bad spot for second rock, but Conrad's got a wide open shot to bump him out and get 4 here. Only sitting 1 at the present time is Conrad Law. If he can make a little raised takeout here, he's going to get 4. Nose anywhere on the high side. Does it a little bit. Big shot here, big swing. Big swing if it's made, big swing if he misses. Hammerstone in the fourth end. Oh no. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, he got it. He got it. He lost his stone for 4, but that's a 3-bagger for Conrad, so it puts him into a tie game with a score of 3 in the fourth end. Quick look around the shed. Sheet 2, which is our B final. That's Team Schaefer against Team Del Monte, who's being skipped by Dave Palazzoli this afternoon. And it looks like Team Palazzoli has a 4-0 lead. They are playing the fourth end. They didn't hang the third end, so I can't tell you who scored. Actually, that's the first rock. So Joyce did score in that end. We'll come back. Sheet 4 is the C event final, and Team Rowlett has a commanding lead over Team Morehouse, 7-0, playing in the fourth end. And over there in our D final on sheet 5, Team Kessler and Team Knapp. It looks like Team Kessler took a 3 in the third end, and they've got a 3-2 lead. They're playing the fourth end with, I believe, 2 rocks left to play in the fourth. I like it. Oh boy, this one's real tight. This isn't going to hit anything. So unfortunate miss there from Melissa. It really took off on her. I'm not sure if she was narrow or not, but it really went sideways. Wow. So Conrad will attempt a guard here for his rock that slid into the 4-foot. And just slid on the rings there. All right, there's a double there. On to our fifth end here. Game's moving right along. It's definitely the fastest played game in the shed as we speak. Melissa looking to double these 2 yellows off. It's tight again. Might have it this time. It's going to jam right into it. Yep. Red Rock stuck around out there. That's detriment. Conrad's got to play guard for his life here now. Yep. It's toasty. Oy, oy, oy. Drawn for 6. Drawn for 6. This is a handshaker. Tim Crofton with a guard attempt here on top of the 4-foot rock, yellow rock for Conrad Law. And an over curled on him. Really? Boom, boom. And the same outcome, except the red rock stayed on the rings, which is really trouble for Conrad. Oh, boy. So he's got a guard again for his life here. It's getting more sticky. Hey, it's getting a little thicker for. This guy needs a good guard here. Needs a good guard. Trouble brewing in the third end here for Conrad Law. He is sitting 1, but there's a couple red rocks very far apart from each other. This one looks better. Gotta let this curl. Gotta let this curl. Don't want it to over curl. Nicely thrown. That's a good shot from Tim Crofton. Very nice, Tim. Very nice.
Not enough. Okay, well.
Handshakes all around on sheet 4. Team Rowlett pulled away. It was a 9-0, I believe. So they are our C final champs. And they are playing in the Cobb. Eric Crum looking for a double run back here. And didn't quite make it. But it put another, I don't know if that stayed. Yes, it did. Sure did. It's also a biter. Oh, yeah. It stayed. Things getting more hairy here for Conrad right now. Got to try and guard this one lonely yellow rock. Jason Golubski has hammer with 3 rocks sitting on the outer rings here. Chance for a big end, a crooked number here for Golubski. Again, good looking guard coming here. Got to cover it up. Stop curling. Oh no, it's a dead duck double. Nose hit double. I'm not sure that the top stone doesn't go over and collide with the others on the other side. He's got to hit it a little thin. He's looking. He knows there's a jam there, but he's got to do something. Got to get rid of these rocks. Move them around anyway. He's looking over to his right. I could see that body language that the top stone may go over and sit right on top of those other red ones. No harm though. You know, he's anticipating the possibility of a big end, so I understand how doing that kind of a freeze for him is a bit anticlimactic. Big shot here from Audrey Foote in the 5th end of our A final. Mixed championship here at the Utica Curling Club. Hope you're enjoying the game as much as I am. Another little bobble coming out of there, but it seems like she corrected it. I don't know if she's getting them both here. Nope, got rid of one. That's actually not a bad outcome at all. Now Conrad Golubski has 4 red rocks on the park. That is the definition of a lonely Yellowstone. And he's got to play that game. He's got to cover it up. Big shot here from Naoka Law on the 5th end. Looking to guard up. Went outside with this one a little bit. It's actually going to take something out. I'm not sure where the shooter's going to wind up. Might work out. Slides behind it. Oh no. It's a dead duck double. I'm going to hit this one right in between them. The old crotch shot, as we call it. And Golubski will sit 4 here if he hits this right. Got to hit this right in the middle of these 2 rocks. And they'll both go bye-bye. Got to throw a little weight here. It's not narrow. Not enough weight. Maybe. Nope, not enough weight. Got rid of one of them. Still four red rocks on the park. Once again, Conrad is not sure what he's going to do here. Could sit. He is 2nd rock, so if he hits and rolls away a little bit, he could sit 1 and 2, and that takes the pressure of a big end away anyway. Big shot here, though. What you don't want to do is hit and roll out here. You want to hit and stick. Big shot here from Conrad in the 5th end. Got to keep your shooter here, or else Golubski can drop a bomb on him. He makes this shot. He sits 1 and 2. Golubski would have loved that other yellow rock to go bye-bye on the takeout. Little soft weight takeout there from Audrey.
Yeah, I know, I saw it. I'll fill it in tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Unfortunate miss there. A little narrow. Came up hard on him. Out of his hand, it looked wide. It really curled. With nice control weight, it curled a ton. Unfortunate miss there for Conrad. Golubski's got 2 rocks left. I'm going to make this yellow one go bye-bye. And then if you're Conrad, you want to get your rosary beads out. I hate making a freeze against 5. I don't know that anybody who skips does, but he just wants to make this go away.
I'll take care of them tomorrow. We stayed away from them. Yeah. Well, it worked.
You think? Oh my goodness, is he inside? Oh my goodness, this rock. He was inside and it took off on him. Oh boy. Wow. Conrad gets another chance to sit 1 and 2 here. Both skips with a little bit miscue here in the fifth end has turned this end around drastically. Conrad's got to make a hit and stick here now. Sometimes the curling gods giveth, and sometimes they taketh away. Any of us who've ever thrown a curling rock know it's not the easiest thing to get these 40-pound pieces of granite to go where we want them to go. Big shot here from Conrad. Hitting the stick probably makes Jason play for one. Goodness gracious, he left this out. Oh my goodness. He's going to chip it. No, it's coming right over. He threw that real good. He's going to double those out in the back, and it did not. Tough double here, though. Conrad is sitting 1 and 2, and Jason nose hit for his one. Looks like both skips dodged a bullet there. Could have been a real big end for Jason Golubski. Mamma mia. Tough double. If he leaves it out, he could slash the double over, but just wants to get his one here and move on. Shooter's going, might have the double. Might have the double. A steal of one for Conrad Law. He had 5-4 here after 5. Wow. Tough to recognize that shot being that if we kept it out a little bit more, there was a double there. Just missed chipping the other one out. That would have left Golubski sitting 3. So 5-4. Team Law ahead here. No hammer. 6th end. Looks like this one's going on the rings. Not difficult to be heavy here today, folks. The ice is very fast. And it's picked up. It was a little sticky when they first started playing, but we're up around 25 or 26 seconds with draws now. Very easy to let rocks slide onto the park. Shooter's going away. Looking for a center guard here. Unfortunately, this is sliding onto the rings too. But when you're trying to set up a steel end, it's impossible. When the rocks hit paint, it just doesn't work out. You need to have those center guards. 2 of them. Take out. And the shooter's going away again. Maybe. And, oh, little sneaky little Rodney Dangerfield shot there. So, stayed on the rings. Puts Golubsky back. I'm shocked he's not taking that. But tough shot, though, way over there. I think Conrad would be perfectly happy to give Jason one and get the hammer back. Cat and mouse game here between two good skips and two good teams. Yeah, big old high guard, just touching the center line. Better yet. Jason's hemming and hawing himself. He wants to split the park. The only bad feature of doing that is the other team gets one to the top of the four, and then it's it's more the team without hammers in more control of the end if they can get one behind this big high guard. And I know he's thinking the big high guard's not in play, but believe me, it is. This looks toasty. I don't think that this rock is staying around. And it is not. Not what Eric wanted to do there. Conrad gets a free shot to use his guard now. Line's getting better if it's got legs. Conrad's going to jump out and help him. They can keep this going. It's a good shot. If it makes the house, it's a good shot. Very well swept. Good shot from Tim Crofton. It's a good one. I think Jason will peel that yellow guard. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, right move here. Nose hit's going to stay right there. Nope, good shot. Nicely thrown and a good outcome. Another guard. Tap, it's okay too. Coming up hard. You want to get, if it's by, this is a beauty. Nice shot there from Naoka. Very nice. Going to come behind the tee line. Not sure who's second rock. Doesn't matter because Jason's going to lose this top guard. Attempt to do that. couple of ends here. These takeout attempts, and the shooters have stayed on the rings, which has got to be driving Conrad crazy. So he's back to playing the guard game here with his one yellow rock. Nice looking guard here. Don't want it to over curl. Be nice to count those red ones. And it did so. Okay, good shot. Very nicely thrown. Pretty sure that yellow's 1 and 2. I think Jason Golubski would like to double both these yellows off and keep the shooter on the ring somewhere. Curling up hard. I don't know. Didn't make it. Over curled. No, it over curled. Oh boy. It was unfortunate for Audrey there. Conrad needs, I like putting one right there. I like coming right in between the two yellow rocks myself, but certainly the pro side miss is a short shot. Another guard. Down to Skip Stones here in the 6th end. Yeah, I think if you're Conrad, you'd like to just show half a rock behind this top guard and sit 1, 2, 3. Somewhere in the 8-foot circle or just touching the 4-foot would be perfect. Oh boy, it's coming up real hard. A little light. Real light. Just got to let it come up and guard. Just light rock there. It's okay. That's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Better than in the crib. But he's leaving Jason an open shot to the 4-foot here now. That's unfortunate for Conrad. I'd love to have one in between the two yellow rocks that are on the rings. Once again, congratulations to Team Rowlett. They are C event final winners. They will go on and play in the Cobb. We had a good game against them this morning. We had them and we let them get away.
We got the GNCC senior men's this coming weekend.
So basically a free shot here. Jason Golubski's got a hammer. This is first Skip Stone here in the 6th end. He can get one behind these two yellows somewhere in the 4-foot circle. I think he'd be very happy with that. Doesn't want to leave it exposed where Conrad can hit it and roll. Big shot here in the tight curling game. My goodness, this is heavy. It's going to come to the rock in the back and be shot rock, I believe. Maybe not. It might roll off it. It rolled off it. Wow. That's unfortunate for Jason. So there's all kinds of stuff. Somebody is scratching the ice up with their shoes, and I'm not sure who's doing it, but head ice keeper sitting next to me is going to have a coronary.
No. That's what water is for.
It's like being a greenskeeper and watching guys take divots out of everything, you know? God. All the hard work that goes into making ice, and folks, believe me, it's yeoman's work. I'm a loose part of the Utica Curling Club ice crew, and they work hard to give us the ice we play on, which we are grateful for. And most of the people who complain don't shovel snow.
Right?
You want to complain? Come down and shovel some snow, babe. That's right. We'll gladly show you what you need to do. So Conrad's going to get another chance with his last rocker. He does not have hammer. I think he'd love to sit 1, 2, 3 or 8 in a row. Top of the 4-foot, cut the rings down, and make Jason draw a small space for his 1.
Light. Oh, it's light. Oof. Pull the string on that one.
And this one's just going to make the hog line. However, it's going to cut that draw path on that side down, I believe, a little. He's smiling, and he's a good sport. I've known him a long time, and then totally inside he's saying, oh boy. He had 2 chances to make this end a steal end for himself, and didn't quite work out. Jason Golubski has to draw the full 8-foot circle to take his 1 and tie the game up. Boy, if he could ever come around and tap the yellow one off the rings, he gets 4. It's a tough shot. Looks like he's just drawing for his 1 with that broom. Hammerstone, 6th end. This is to create a tie game with 2 remaining. Line looks great. I'm not sure about the weight. Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. No, yellow's going to steal here. That's a steal of 1. Wow. So a little heavy on his draw was Jason, and Conrad was able to steal and take a 6-4 lead at the end of 6. Wow. How the tides can change in a curling game. On to the 7th end here. Natalie Shelton. Natalie, I love winning A event finals, Shelton, to be exact. So a little work cut out for Team Golubski here. Every minute. She hasn't been playing long enough.
Yeah, right.
Quick look around the shed here. On sheet 5, our D event final, Team Kessler is ahead of Team Knapp 6-3. C event final was An early out for Team Morehouse, and Team Rowlett won that. And it looks like Team Del Monte, being skipped by Dave Palazzoli, has a pretty good lead. There's 4 people standing in front of the scoreboard, folks. Sorry, I cannot give you the score. It looks like it's 5-1 for Dave Palazzoli over on sheet 2, which is the B event final. Welcome, Kim. So the hammer goes back to Team Golubski here. They've got one sitting out in the 12-foot periphery here. He'd like to get one behind the guards here. Put himself in line for 2. 6-4 lead for Law at this point. And Team Law took advantage of the miscues of Team Golubski. Good looking shot here. Like it in front of the tee line, but I don't think it's going to stay there. And just back button. Good shot. Now Tim Crofton will attempt a freeze here. Freeze attempt coming from Tim Crofton. May over curl. Down weight, it'll buckle here. He's not a bad outcome. Not a bad outcome. Now the door is open for Jason Golubski to sit 1, 2, 3 with Eric Crumb's first rock here in the 7th end. It's got a lot of weight. Coming over nice, though. It's going to be behind the tee line again. He's leaving the door open here for Conrad. That's unfortunate for Eric, but good for Conrad. He can freeze onto shot rock here and be in business for a steal. Big shot coming here. 7th end, Tim Crofton's last rock. He is the second for Conrad Law. Boy, that's a fast lane right there, folks. This is also heavy. Oh, left Golubski setting 2. Wasting no time to try and get one to the top 4 here and protect the button from a Conrad Law stone. Little heavy there, both shots. Eric's got a chance to really spoil the party here for Conrad if he can get one to the top of the 4-foot here. Line's great if it's got legs. Boy, they keened it up and it's still gliding. No, this one's going to be okay. Fine shot there from Eric. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Real good spot for it, too. Wow. I'm not surprised it did speed up. Tough shot here from Nyoka. Golubski sitting 3. Damage control shot here for Conrad. It's going to chip something. Going to hit something. Not a bad outcome. Got something out of it. Cut him down to 2. But the door is back open again for the same shot. Yep.
Good. We got a
Big chance here for Golubski with Audrey Foot's first stone to get one to the top of the 4-foot and really put the pressure on Conrad. This one's way wide.
oh, that's too far away. Oh, that's it's not ending.
They're trying to directional sweep it back, but I don't know. It's coming back, but it's never going to get to the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, I met him while he was in uniform.
And the draw path is still open, folks,
What?
for Conrad to get in there.
I met him while he was in uniform. Yeah.
Still open,
Flag raising.
still there.
Purple
It's a little finer with that red shot in the way, but
Yeah, he was sheriff and then he
Conrad wants to take a look at.
good. Yeah. Yeah, I saw while he was Utica cop.
I think you got to try and draw one in there.
yeah, it's great. Are they working?
Yeah. They're coming over
Yep.
around 2. It's a girl. Yeah. Here, watch this.
Isn't it the best?
Looking for back 4, back 8 weight. This is a huge shot in this curling game. If Nyoka can stick one right, freeze right on that red rock, it's going to take all the pressure of this end off of Conrad completely. Turn that one in a little bit. Turned it in a little. Oh boy, it's really came up hard on her. Oh my goodness, it picked.
She's
Oh my goodness. Hit a flat spot. Hit a flat spot. Well, that's unfortunate for Conrad and Team Law.
been there for about 3 years. Fantastic.
Little flop to the center here is not bad. He's going to cut the draw path down for himself, unfortunately, but still rocks to raise up. Now, if you're Conrad, what do you do? Trying to hold him to 2. You get cute and try and raise your yellow one that's on the 4-foot line here. That's a possibility. Looks like that's what he's going to do. I think a little tap on this yellow one's a good throw. Tough shot here from Conrad. We're looking at about a about a 10-foot raise, a little bit of an angle. If you could tap it to the 4-foot, even if it doesn't outcount the red one, would be mission accomplished for sure for him here.
Oh yeah, Natalie Shelton. Yep.
Little tap up raise here for, oh, a pick. Son of a gun. If it's coming through the hole, oh my God. That's unfortunate. So, good news is that these yellow ones are lined up now, but danger Will Robinson. I think Jason will try a tap up attempt on one of these red ones and sit 3. Doesn't want to score more than 2. Okay. Certainly there's tap attempts here on the left side looking down the sheet that he can tap up. He's just got to get him to the 4-foot circle. I'm not sure exactly what he's looking at here with the 2 yellow rocks. Does he not have? He's got hammer. Was he trying to draw through this port?
Taking away the taking away the raise
I think that raises a difficult shot. Those stones are 2 feet apart from each other. I think I'd be trying to tap one of these red ones up to the 4-foot, but he's opting not to. I guess if he blocks these, what does Conrad have with his last one, right? That would be a question to ask as well. Right, right. So guard playing here, playing guard with hammer is Jason Golubski. A bit of a shocker for me personally. I think I would have been trying to tap something up on the other side. And what he did was set the gun for him even better. So I'm not sure I would have thrown that if I was Jay, but he still has Hammerstone left here in the 7th end. Trailing by 2 is Golubski. You just don't want to throw a big weight here. You want to throw enough weight to force this to the 4-foot. Maybe just tap the shot rock back a little. You don't want to throw bomber weight here.
Does it look further on this TV?
Probably just control board, kind of board weight, board plus. Got to move some rocks.
It's like your rear view mirror.
So true. Set it out.
Well, it's coming in.
Maybe. Maybe. Boop, boop. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great shot. Very good shot there from Conrad. That's a bit of an end saver. Jason can still tap one of these red ones up for a deuce. Yep, tap that one up.
That's good.
We were waiting for you. Could have made up some team.
Hammerstone here in the 7th end. Jason Golubski sitting 1. He was trailing 6-4 at the start of the end. Sitting 1. Would love to tap this one up for a deuce. There's a bit of a risky shot for Moore, but I think he'd be happy just to come out of this tied. Just throw a nice tap up weight here. Got to play the other one.
Gonna go through the port. Maybe. No.
It's got a chance.
He's got it.
It's got a chance. Look at this. Look at this. Not quite enough. Oh, a great shot, though. That was a great shot by Jay. So they get their 1, and Conrad keeps his 1 point lead, 6-5 after 7. Conrad will have the hammer here in the 8th end. Over on sheet 2, our B event final. Team Chuck Del Monte, which is being skipped by Dave Palazzoli, has a 5-2 lead over Team Schaefer. They're playing the 6th end. And over on sheet 5, our D event final between Team Kessler and Team Knapp. Team Kessler is ahead 6-3, and they're playing the 7th end there. The 6th end was a blank. Okay, no hammer for Golubski. Down 1, no hammer. Got to set up a steel end. Oh, whoops.
Lost the handle.
Slide path. The good center guard, good opener for Golubski. Conrad's not going to try to not let Golubski beat him to the 4-foot, so he's going to draw here with Natalie's first stone. Up 1, smart move. Man, it's going to create another guard. Yep. Center guard attempt here from Melissa Foote. Not going to be a center guard. It's actually a favorable spot for Conrad. Got out a little fresh pebble there. Can you drag it in there? They're dragging it in there. Just a little biter. I don't think Jason's too concerned about that. Yep, got to get another one up there. Yep. Looking for another center guard here from Eric. Line's better on this one. So center guard slid onto the rings. Conrad will have Tim Crofton try to remove this rock.
Yeah. Got it.
Good shot there from Tim. I think if you're Jason now, you got to think about stuffing one somewhere here. I'm not sure that the guards do you any good at this point. You're chasing, so he's drawn. Gets one behind these two red ones, he'll be in a pretty good spot to steal. Line's getting better with every turn. Got to go now. Patience from Jason Golubski. He's being very patient with this, but just didn't lost the handle. The slide path is creating a little havoc right now for draw shots, folks. Oh boy. Yikes. No hammer here for Golubski. Conrad does have the hammer. Little split on this one in the center. Yep. Got to get something behind cover here if you're Jason. And that's his attempt here. Freeze is not the end of the world. Just a little light. Good try there from Audrey. Just a little light. Another little bit of weight might have been able to stuff the hitting stone behind the yellow ones here. No panic, no handle. Wow. What do you got to come through and jiggle these red ones around a little? What do you do here? Play guard? There. And I'd like to tap this red one maybe behind the red ones. I don't know. See what he's got in mind here. No hammer here for Jason Golubski in the eighth end. He's got some options here. Good tap shot rock behind the two red ones and roll a shooter the other way. I think if he could get to the nose of this shot and freeze on it, it's not horrible. Tough to come through that port and raise that red rock that's on the U of curling. It's there. B event final in 2, Palazzoli's ahead 7-2 over Schaefer. And in our D event final over on 5, Team Kessler is ahead of Knapp 8-4. 8-3, thank you. Okay.
What's the difference? Yeah, it does.
A little strategy time here for Jason. He does not have hammer here, down to hammer stones in our A event final. Been a very entertaining game. And it looks like he's making a draw attempt here to get one behind both red ones. Get one right on the full 4 foot behind the yellow, behind the red one that's in the U of curling would be perfect spot for it. Corner freeze on the red one and on the U of curling wouldn't be a horrible miss, but I'm sure he'd like to get one on the 4 foot behind these two red ones. Hammer stones, A event final. Draw is still there, though. Draw is still there. A little light, it over curled on him with the light nature of that shot. So Conrad go for the gusto here, go for the pot. Why not? Absolutely. Big anticipation of a crowd-pleasing shot here from Conrad Law. If he can draw around these red rocks and put one in the 4 foot covered, I think he'd be able to breathe a little sigh of relief. And Jason Golubski will be down to his last stone. Team Kessler victorious in our D final. First skip stone here from Conrad Law. My goodness. Just a little light. Yeah, it just took off on him. My goodness. The door is still open for Jason Golubski here, folks. Not even thinking about anything but a draw here, folks. No deliberations, just got to make a draw. Huge shot here for Jason. You know, if he gets away, I'm not sure who's second rock. It looks to me like the yellow rock could be second stone. If he sits 1 and 2 here, Conrad's got to do something to not lose the game. So.
We had to be so patient when it was off the line because it backed up on its own.
Yeah, I'll fix it tomorrow.
Crazy. All right, you saw it.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Big shot here from Jay. It's not going to get here, folks. I don't think. It's a little light. But it is going to block the draw path for Conrad. That it is going to do. Oh, they're oversweeping it, though. I'm not sure the draw is there anymore, folks. Little tap. All he's got to do is move it 3 feet. Right. Looking at a little yellow tap up to right now Jason Golubski sitting 1. Hammerstone, this is the last shot of the game, folks. Possibly. Right now, Golubski's sitting 1. If Conrad does not score, we're going to play an extra end. However, Conrad looking for a little yellow tap up to the 4-foot to seal the deal. Well played curling game. Oh, it buckled. It just buckled. It picked. The pick. Six after 8. I believe, unless it's close enough, it looks like, from my vantage point, it looks like the yellow rock, second rock. Yeah. Push him back, folks. 6-6 after 8.
Well, I know he didn't want to come at it with a lot of weight.
You're on the second rock. You don't want to push it further out of that. Game is on. Joyce might catch him.
After a long weekend of curling, who wouldn't want to play an extra end, folks? I'd play an extra end.
Rogers team, they played 3 extra ends.
So steal of 1 there for Jason Golubski gives Conrad Law the hammer back here in the extra end. All right, sit back, folks. Extra end on the way here in our A final. Utica 1 and 2 on the line, champs of the mixed event. On the line. Been a great game. Don't want this on the rings. Yep. Conrad will go right for the 4-foot circle here behind that guard. A little heavy here, folks. A little toasty. Excuse me. I think looking for another guard here if you're Jason.
Well, you find out about that. There was years I couldn't make calls.
Good start for Golubski. Got a couple guards up. Conrad going to give Natalie another chance at a draw here.
What was it? Yeah, well, cars, I know, like money. Whether it happens or not.
And light.
Well, of course, I've been watching 5 and 4 to come. Yeah, they said it.
I'm not sure this is light. I think this is a beauty.
Oh, wait.
That's a good shot. Very nice. Very, very nice. Free guard zone still up. Yep. No hammer here for Jason Golubski.
Maybe, yeah, until October 15th.
No kidding. She's down at the bank?
Yep.
Good. Or if I ask her, I don't know if she wants out.
She doesn't really want to go.
No? Right, sir?
She's afraid of it.
Afraid of retirement? Yeah, not
Draw attempt here from Eric Crumma.
Yeah.
And here it comes.
Too much.
If it's by, it's a great shot. Oh, going to like this one. Wow. Just skinnied it by. Fine shot. I thought Conrad might attempt to start getting rid of these guards, but he's opting to freeze to shot rock with hammer. Defensive play here from Conrad.
Light. Stay on it. Stay on it.
He shouldn't have come up. Had a chance. Not sure why he came up on that one, folks, but
Now that took away, you could have got the red out before.
the old Visine shot. Another nice looking draw here from Eric. Main thing is you want to get it behind these guards. That's a great shot. That is a dandy, folks. Very nice shot.
Yes.
Line's getting better. They waited too long.
Waited too long.
Right there. Guard attempt here from Audrey. Conrad's in a little trouble here in the extra end with Hammer. Opted to freeze instead of trying to move stones around in the front of the park. May come back to haunt him. And this is going to be a good guard. Very good shot.
Might, yeah. Yep. Uh-oh.
Extra end getting away here from Conrad. Right. Yep. Huh. Well, this is a bit of a mess, folks, for Conrad right now. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Tap that one up. Still a draw with the coming this way as well. May have waited a little too long to start to clear some of the clutter up, but what he had in mind, and he's playing to the strength of his players, I'm sure. I don't question his strategy. I just got himself in trouble. No, over curling. Over curled. We're down to skip stones here in the extra end of our A final. Down to skip stones here, folks. Jason Golubski opting to throw a guard here. If this rock comes into the park, wouldn't be the end of the world. Just putting on the A of Utica, just showing half a rock on Shot Rock is not a bad place for a stone at all. I'm not sure genuinely why he's throwing a guard. Pound another one in there. Let's see what he has in mind. See what he leaves Conrad. That's where you want this rock, right there. Looks like the yellow run back's still there. Or you draw. Or you draw. Draw path's still open. Puts one there. His lights out. He may just have one chance at this. If he doesn't make it, Golubski will cover it up. Certainly in control of the end. There we go. He's got a shot here. This is, I mean, every rock is inside the 4 foot. There's definitely a drop path there. Karen Barnes and I know this shot well. Big shot here from Conrad. In a bit of trouble. We're down to skip rocks. Weight looks good. Gotta go. Gotta go. Okay. Jason can cover this up, and then the peanut gallery would certainly like to see this yellow shot. So let's hope he covers it up, folks. All right? Let's hope he covers it up. I most certainly can hear you, folks. We're watching and listening. It's definitely going to be there. He can't take both shots away, right? Skip Jason Golubski's last stone of the weekend here, folks. Extra end in our A final. Looking to just cover up this raise from Conrad. Doesn't want to leave him a tap up for the win. He's probably going to force Conrad to throw that yellow run back up at the outside the rings. Got a good looking shot here. Nicely thrown. Well, oh yeah. It ain't over till it's over. If he can kind of hit what he sees of it, I think he can pop it right back to the 4 foot, right? Which is easier, the double yellow or the tap back? I think probably the double yellow. If he can just pick this one and just run it back onto shot rock, I think he's a winner. Huh? All right, the partisan crew here at the curling club is going to get their wish with this yellow. None of us want to throw this. There's we can count on one finger or 2 fingers people in the curling club that like to throw these kind of shots, and I'm not one of them. Good things can happen, even if it could jiggle off the red one and wind up 2. You know.
Hey, how are you? I didn't see you. Hey, how are you?
This is the last stone of the weekend here, folks. B event final still going on sheet 2. Palazzoli in control of the game over Joyce Schaefer, but she's got a little something brewing here for him. I don't know that I see 4 there, but if he makes this shot, my sound meter is going to go off the board with everybody screaming. So we wait all day for a curling shot like this to be made. So here you have it, folks. Last rock of our event final. Conrad looking for a little curling juju. It's got a chance. It's got a chance. It's got a chance. Not enough weight. Not enough weight. Good try. Jason Golubski and Audrey Foote and Eric Crumma and Melissa Foote are the mixed champions. And Conrad Law, Nyoka Law, Tim Crofton, and Natalie Shelton are the runners-up. They will represent Utica 1 and 2 in the upcoming Cobb in February. Hope you folks enjoyed the broadcast today. I certainly enjoyed the game. And we'll look forward to bringing some more good curling action to you. We have our GNCC Men's Championship coming up this coming weekend, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm sure we're going to have a ton of broadcasts going on for that as well. And I'll see you folks on air in this coming weekend. Good curling to everybody.